Our next speaker is a young man named Andy Sun. He will be discussing times he has gotten in trouble. Please give him a warm welcome.
I would like to thank my math teacher, my cabin counselor, and the teacher in the hallway for making this all possible. Have you ever gotten in trouble many times before? I have. Some things are too embarrassing and weird to share, so I will not share it today. Once I accidentally threw a paper ball at my math teacher, and she hated me already, so that wasn't good. She stood up and she said, "Are you kidding me?" And he stared at me for 30 seconds, and she said again, "Are you kidding me?" And then she sent me out of the classroom. Then later, back in 6th grade in outdoor ed, I was really popular in my cabin for my Squidward voice, and I always said something like, "Guys, go to sleep." And then I said it so many times, and there was so much noise at night for the cabin that the counselor was like, "The next person who talks, you get out and go sleep in the cafeteria." So then after that, I was like, "All right, good night, guys." And then after that, the counselor was like, "You, get out." And then he didn't let me put my regular clothes, so I had to go down in my PJs. And then in the morning, it was really embarrassing because everyone was going down to the cafeteria for breakfast, and I just woke up. I walked back to my cabin in my PJs and my blanket. And it was called the Walk of Shame. And then after that, later, I was chasing this kid in the hallway. Not for a particular reason, and he got scared, so he jumped off a whole flight of stairs. And he hurt his foot, and he hurt his leg. So this teacher, he called me in, and then she yelled at me for 15 minutes. And I was 10 minutes late to my math class, and my math teacher hated me already. So I got yelled at again in front of everybody else. It's really not good to get in trouble. I also got in trouble in Spanish class and gym class, but it's really weird, so I won't share it today. Thank you guys for listening.
Our next speaker is Nathan Huang. He will be talking.
You're going to be talking.
I always say that. I'm sorry. Our next speaker is Nathan Huang. His speech is about his trip to Bermuda. Please give him a warm welcome.
I want to thank everybody for coming here and spending the time to listen to me.
Listen? You knew it said as soon as you said that was wrong. Go do it again.
I want to thank everybody for being here. Bermuda has a bad reputation because it is part of the Bermuda Triangle. But Bermuda is actually a beautiful place, a beautiful island full of wonders. I went on a cruise to Bermuda and it was great. I got to explore the island's pink sands, jump off cliffs into the ocean, and learn the hard way not to go swimming in a coral reef. Bermuda sands are much more beautiful than the ones we have here because it has little pink dots which gives the sand a pink tinge. On the beach, the cliffs will drop off into the ocean at around 90 degrees. So I decided to climb one and jump off one. It was not the best way to start my vacation. When we went to the snorkeling area, we did not know you were supposed to snorkel there, so me and my friend, we decided to go swimming. When we went to the ocean, we discovered that there were sharp rocks and coral on the bottom. Sharp rocks and coral cut your feet, and when your feet are cut, it hurts. So we decided as unknowing teens that getting cut was only a minor setback. We're like, no pain, no gain, you know? The problem was not the cut feet, it was getting back on the beach. To get back on the beach, we had to climb through all the coral reefs and sharp rocks to get back. When I got back on the beach, I discovered a piece of coral sticking to my leg. It was quite interesting to me. It was not cutting into me, it was just sticking off. I pulled it off my leg, then took a selfie with it. You know, me and my friend are teens, you know? Bermuda is a great place to go vacationing. It is a great experience even if you jump off cliffs and have to get your feet cut by sharp rocks and coral.
Why are you looking at me?
Okay, thank you for having me here. It was a great pleasure speaking with you.
Our next presenter is a rising 8th grader, Cindy Leo, who will be presenting about food. Please give a warm welcome to Cindy.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming here and allowing me this opportunity, and I'd like to thank all my friends for making it. Ever since I was young, I love to try out new foods from new places. Food has been a very big part of my life, besides the fact that it is necessary for my survival. Whenever I travel to a new place, one of the first things I look for is food. Food is, in my opinion, one of the most important aspects of culture. Where you come from most likely determines what you eat. For example, my family line originates from China. Therefore, most of my diet includes Chinese food, such as fried rice, dumplings, duck, various seasonings, and other foods you would find in China. When I traveled to Quebec 2 summers ago, I didn't eat Chinese food. That's because in Quebec, people living there eat a diet consisting of mainly French food. As a result, whenever my family and I went to eat at restaurants, most of the foods on the menus were French.
Stop for a second. Observations? What's going on? Yes,
It's a little speedy.
it's a little speedy. That's right. You're kind of shooting through it, but that's because you got an adrenaline rush. So what I'd like you to do is back up a couple of lines. I'd like you to slow down, just a couple of lines, and I'd like you to slow down and present it a little bit more slowly.
As a result, whenever my family and I went to eat at restaurants, most of the foods on the menus were French. There are so many different types of foods: fruits, vegetables, grains, meats, you name it. You can mix foods together, you can add to them, or just give it your own special touch. Food is my life. Literally, because without food, I wouldn't be here today, or at all. Thank you for coming.
Presenter is my good friend Lily Larson, who will be presenting about her dogs. Please give a warm welcome to Lily.
Thank you all for coming here and letting me share my ideas. I'd especially like to thank my friends Jackie, Elizabeth, and Cindy. Everyone loves miniature dogs. They are cute, small, and look like hot dogs. I have 2 miniature dachshunds. Everyone says they're big brother and sister, but they are really partners. They have puppies together. My male dachshund is Cooper, and my female one is Charlotte. I am also getting a puppy. The puppy I am getting is 3 weeks old, while Charlotte and Cooper are both 14.
Is Lily reading from that, or are you actually speaking to the audience and you read it? It's a little reading too much. So what do we look down, we look up, we look down, we look up, correct?
Yeah.
Tell you what, you have a very short speech. I'd like you to start from the beginning again. And this time, if you have to look down, you look back up, right? You don't read it. Okay, let's try it again.
Everyone loves miniature dachshunds. They are cute, small, and look like hot dogs. I have 2 miniature dachshunds. Everyone says they look like brother and sister, but they are really partners. They have puppies together. I'm also getting a puppy. It will be a miniature dachshund too. Charlotte and Cooper are both 14, while the puppy I'm getting is only 3 weeks old. My female dog Charlotte is deaf and she has heart failure. We also think my other dog Cooper might be blind. My favorite thing about my dogs is how they have cute little brown eyebrows. I love my dogs so much. Thank you for having me and letting me share my ideas.
Our next presenter is also one of my good friends, Ibsha Mitra, who will be shedding some light about mythology. Please give a warm welcome to Ibsha.
Thank you all for being here today. Mythology is the beliefs of a culture in a story. From Norse and Greek to Chinese and Roman, mythology has one purpose: to tell the stories of a culture. Roman and Greek mythology focus on mostly similar stories. For example, Hercules and Persephone in Hades. The ideas and stories are close to each other, but some of the names do differ. Much of the Chinese mythology gives stories on spirits of the world, such as dragons. Norse mythology is on the gods of the Vikings, like the thunderous Thor, the awesome Odin, and the lurking Loki. Mythology is also in many other cultures, but they all share the same ideas, to share the stories and adventures of their cultures. Thanks for letting me have this opportunity today.